His stories echoed in my ears, the tickling with sorrowful cheers of the faun I once was, now drifting away, fading with the silhouette of who he was for years. Small figures twisted from clay played out the theatre of dreams washed away. Broken branches left in my wake unto the river to cleanse my thoughts at the break of day. The rising sun reflecting off the water's face. Aphrodite's daughters were bathing in the lake. Sheets of fallen crystals shattered in the pool. She was the eyes of the forest, and its downward spiraling iris compelled my very being to its center, a frozen stream at the core of its soul. Grasped my feet, my calf, my body in whole, as it dove with me through the dancing shadows of eternity. In that deafening darkness, I heard a voice, so sweet it could pierce a leviathan's roar, let alone the dull droning of the abyss that obscured the eels and catfish from my gazing at its beautiful source. The Queen in all her glory, a presence divine, who whispers that story of a place where poetry was all of life. She gave me an amulet. This piece I held in my hand. The piece itself a map of the land, a vessel for the spirit's release. Just like the King of Paradise had told me in ghost-like reflection. But who was this faun that now sat on his throne, who thinks he basks in paradise reborn? Doesn't he know all around him are spies? They send word back to the King of Paradise, and they watch through covetous eyes. Enter the library for what awaits inside. 1,000 years since Elysium fell. Scrub off the rust. In tournament you will thrust. Hold it to the light. It is the omen of your life. Beacon to Elysium. To its call you must stride. Emerge from the forest like the ghost of the night. The king is falling. Take paradise. It was then I heard soaring beating wings on the wind. Where did this amulet fall from? From where did it come? Increasingly, my thoughts turned to destiny. For what comes to me is my own, and the prophecies of this big wide world fall at the shore of a reaching unknowable ocean. But that abyss in the distance began to form both shape and sound, like a ship that peered from the great beyond, followed by legions of voices, caroling with passion, a chorus of romantic roars that bellowed its chants to Elysium, the sound of a great billowing chorus, beauty rising with the dawn. We shall rally and tumult at the grey falling skies, for they scoffed and fought for the Lord of the Fauns. And then raising my fist, for that Lord is I, dust and clamour at desire for this life, in tribute to the heavens, for that time is ours. with wreaths of roses adorned, they let their bellows howl at the moon. Elysium was ours for the taking. At the fall of the day we did run, carrying the thorns, the stems, and all. We met the followers and climbed up the heights, and savoured the day for the lions and wolves. From that vantage I saw a life that did shine, scaled the citadel walls, the pallor of gods and monsters, of chariots all of fire. The falling wheel spins in wonder, and the birds chimed with desire. A sudden burst of feeling as if death crossed our eyes, and existence sprang anew, an eternal sacrifice. Elysium was overrun with the bastions of beauty. They scoured and tasseled and felt the ornaments and sculptures and paintings. They shuddered, dripping with power. For paradise was ours.